One Piece Manga Chapter 1178, title A Fading Nightmare. Don't miss this chapter, guys, cause finally we are going to see Luffy versus MO's fight after 26 years. Man, Oda is something else. Now let's head back to the video. In the cover page features a reader-requested illustration of Eustace Captain Kid in this scene. Kid is being chased by a giant charging bull that is specifically trying to get its horns on his signature cloak. While the image is a standalone request and not part of an ongoing serialized cover story, many fans have noted its significance as it has been exactly 100 chapters since Kid's last major appearance in the manga chapter 1079, sparking theories about his potential return to the main storyline. Now head back to the main story. In the previous chapter, we saw Luffy became angry after seeing Usopp and Brook's condition. If you want full context, then check out my previous video. Now let's start the chapter. In the first scene, Nami's group sees someone in the sky coming towards them. They see it's their Captain Luffy. In the next scene, Nami is surprised after seeing Usopp and Brook's condition. Luffy rescues the two of them and brings them to them for their safety. And Jinbe asks Luffy how they got into this situation. And Frankie asks Luffy if he needs any backup. Luffy tells Frankie to wait until the situation gets worse, because in such a situation, all of them should stay away from Emo. Luffy also got confused how powerful Emo is, and then Luffy says that for the moment Loki is their trump card. But Sanji mocks Luffy, because Sanji knows Luffy will also accompany Loki in this fight. Next scene shifts to Loki and Emo. Loki was using his Thunder Blast breath to attack Emo, but looking at Emo, it didn't seem like he had any thoughts about it. Man, Emo is such a freaky character. Then Emo was saying that a few years ago, a ship was built that only targeted government ships and destroyed them, and the sailors of that ship were very big. But that ship could never be found because that ship was always hidden in the foggy area of the sea. Here Emo was talking about Loki. I think when Loki left for the sea from Elbaf. Since then Loki destroyed the government ship, now in present situation. And then Loki's massive attack hit Emo, and that causes another huge explosion. By that time, Luffy came there, and Luffy told Loki to leave some for him too, because he was also in Gear 5 for a long time to fight, but didn't get much chance to fight. And in the next scene, Loki was seen looking for Emo, because even after such a big blast, Emo survived from there very easily. And since Emo was much smaller than him, Loki couldn't find him. And then Emo started thinking that the rumors he had heard were really true, that he had heard about a huge dragon, which he could now see in front of his eyes. But Luffy had seen him, and Luffy started telling him that he would have to pay a heavy price for the situation he had caused to his crew members. But Luffy saw something coming out of Gunko's body, which was very creepy type, and Luffy was surprised to see that. Then Emo come out with his demonic shape, and then Emo started saying that it would be much better if they were erased from the world like rocks. Here Emu was talking about Luffy and Loki, and then Emo summoned to pentagrams in mid-air. And then he started saying that by taking some lifespan from them, he would give them a lot of power, so that they would both become enemies. Here Emo's plan is simple. By using Dami Reverse, he will make them his slaves. And then it was seen that to black lights hit them both. And this is Emo's powerful attack Domi Reversi. Man, what the hell? Will they become Emo's slaves now? In the next scene, the two are seen completely emotionless. But they behaved like this because they were not hurt at all by this attack. Damn man, what did we actually witness, guys? It's still surprising to think what surprise Oda actually has in store for us, because we haven't seen anyone who has survived Emo's Domi Reverse. So how did Luffy and Loki survive? What do you think, guys? Comment below. And then Luffy got annoyed by this attack, and Loki was a little surprised to hear about rocks. And looking at Emo, it seemed like he had already understood that this would happen. But why didn't it affect the two of them is still beyond my imagination. And then Luffy went into attack mode, and Loki thought his opponent was completely puny, so it was impossible to fight like this. And before Emo could understand anything, Luffy massacred him by booming Dawn Gatling, and Loki changed his dragon form, and used Rognir and attacked Imo with great force. And this was that attack, it's Niflheim, and because of this, so much ice accumulates around Imo that he gets stuck in an ice cube. And Gunko is also seen stuck there with Imo, and Luffy is very impressed by this move of his. But Loki keeps saying that he is not finished teaching him yet, and in the next scene, Luffy is seen getting exhausted again due to his using Gear 5 for so long. And Loki keeps saying that since he doesn't know what this creature is, it seems most logical to him to defeat him this way. Here Loki is talking about Imo. Yes guys, Imo is still mysterious to us. Next scene shifts to Elbaf fishing village, where everyone is extinguishing the fire, because Loki helped them in one way, but harmed them in another. Then again the scene shifts to hunting village, and they were talking the same thing, and they all understood their mistake so far that Loki didn't kill his father. And Nami was asking her cloud pet Zeus to pour rain to extinguish the fire. And the rest of the Straw Hat members were also trying to extinguish this fire. Then the scene shifts to West Village. There was actually a massacre going on. Zoro, Droggy, Brogy, Hydrudden were all fighting the demons together. And in that, except for 2 or 3, everyone else had changed to human. And Brogy was saying that they had finally succeeded. And Droggy kept saying that if they regenerate again, then they will have to continue this massacre again. But those who were cured were saying that they were all cured, and that they should not be hurt again. But then it turns out that our Zoro has understood something. But guys, what is it? Comment below. It has to be something funny, okay? And then Chopper is seen there. He touched everyone who was still a demon. And within a moment, everyone is cured. And then Chopper is very happy to see Zoro. But Zoro is confused. How Chopper made such an impossible thing possible, and Chopper says he has no idea. But when he hits, everyone becomes normal again. And our Zoro being Zoro, according to Zoro, Chopper is a very good doctor, so everyone is cured. Man, how funny! And Chopper is flattered to hear Zoro's praise. And everyone else starts praising him too. And Hydrudden kept saying that they solved the problem here too. But he was worried about the condition of everyone else. And there was no enemy activity in the artisan village and alcohol village either. But there was only fire and fire everywhere, which was becoming difficult to extinguish. But still someone was warning them to be careful, because demons might still be there. Next scene shifts to Robin, and in the previous chapter we saw that they came close to the library. But now they came inside the library and saw that there was not a single book in the library. And Saul was thinking that even if it was filled with fire, there should be some of them left. But the cells were completely empty, and the owl that was there was also not there. And Robin started wondering if that owl had moved those books or not. And Robin was saying that if that was the case, he would be very happy. But they could not think about where the owl could go. And for those of you who do not know, I am telling you that this owl has a special power. It can make anything bigger and smaller. So I think this owl had shrunk all the books in the library, and now he is hiding safe somewhere. And then the scene shifts to Sanji and Frankie. They both defeated Killing Hum in previous chapter. There, Sanji was saying that after they went into offensive mode, the situation quickly turned in their favor. But Frankie was amazed by their plan. And Frankie was saying that even though they were much smaller in number, they were able to massacre the country like Elbaf. And Killing Hum's head was seen to be separate from his body. He was still completely alive. Man, what a terrible thing, and Killing Hum was wondering what happened to their great emu. Cause now their plan has doomed. And then the scene shifts to the outskirts village. There we see Summers' miserable condition. I was very happy to see it. Man, he deserves it. But it's still creepy that, even they are torn apart into 1,000 pieces, they are still alive, and also regenerating. The scene shifts back to Luffy's group, and Luffy was telling Loki and his weapon squirrel that he was very hungry. Of course, that was just a fluke. Luffy had been in Gear 5 for a long time, and Loki mocked him and said where will he get food from? If he wants to eat food, he will have to go through the village. Yeah, Loki being Loki. As expected, he always pretends that he does not care about anything. Then Loki asked what was the reason for his look like this. Loki means, how did Luffy become so old? It's new to him. Then it was seen that Emo had disappeared from where he was kept. But it was bound to happen, because Emo was not physically present here, so he could easily disappear from here. Then the scene shifts to Holy Land Mary Joyce in the Pangaea Castle. He appears there and calls the elders. One of them answers his call. And then I literally got goosebumps when I saw what Emo said. He said that Emu will not be present in the Holy Land for a short time. And at the end, our Oda sensei teased us and said, could Emo really be going there? And if that is the case, is there going to be a bigger massacre in Elbaf? Because until now, Emo has not been directly present anywhere in the number of times he has been shown. Still, his power scale was beyond words. But what will happen now? Apart from this, are we going to see Emo's face reveal in the next chapter? For his face reveal update, please subscribe my channel. And do you think finally we are going to see Emo versus Luffy? What do you think, guys? Comment below. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.